name's Lester Howe, and I discovered Howe Caverns on May 22nd, 1842. Of course, it wasn't called Howe Caverns then. I had heard of the mysterious blowing rock about 10 miles west of the Schoharie River, someplace smack in the middle of my dairy farm, or so I hoped. One day, I followed my cows to the place they always stood to pasture, curious as to why they picked that open field on hot sunny days instead of standing underneath a cool shade tree. That spot they came to was not on my own farm, but on the land of my neighbor, Mr. Henry Wetzel. So I followed them up that day and came upon this new place they favored for their daily ration of standing round and chewing their cud, when from the midst of an overgrown old heap of limestone, I felt that breeze come from deep below the earth, plus the blowing rock to be sure. Pulling the bushes aside and peering in, I saw how deep the opening was. 100 feet if it was anything. I gave my Millicent a good kiss and an extra helping of greens in thanks. I returned home, told Mrs. Howe about my discovery and my intention to return and explore the place. She was none too thrilled about the prospect, but I was too curious to hold back. And so I made my way back to the opening with a lamp and a good length of rope. I tied the rope to a rock and lowered myself into the entrance. One look around made me realize that this was no ordinary place. It was something truly amazing. I went back every day for weeks, many times with my friend Wetzel, who owned the place. We went deeper and deeper each time, discovering things that we could never imagine. Formations, giant chambers, lakes, and rivers. I was purely smitten by the place, so I bought it from Wetzel for a handsome sum of $100 cash. A shrewd deal, you will agree. Best investment I ever made. I traveled there day after day to explore further and further inside until I knew the place from one end to the other. My own stupendous geode. Today, you'll be headed 156
You guys want to look at that big map to your
down
left? It's going to start lighting up, showing you where we're going today.
Safe mechanical elevators of known design, of course. Once down below, you'll hear the rush of the river Styx. See the Rocky Mountains, the astounding Chinese Pagoda inside the magnificent Titan's temple, incredible formations like the Great Turtle, pipe organ, the lovely Pool of Peace, and enjoy a remarkable boat ride on the romantic Lake of Venus. Maybe some of you sweethearts will get inspired to make things official at the bridal altar later on. If you regret your decision, you can always get separated in the twists and curves of the winding way. If I may say, it's going to be a journey you'll never forget. Savor your time in these timeless caves, and I hope I'll see you again soon at Howe Caverns. Enjoy your tour.
Beverages beyond this point. Please do not touch any of the rocks or formations in the cave today, and I will be explaining why later on. And last one being, please don't throw any coins in the water or trash on the ground. Now, if you have any questions throughout the tour, you can formation. We like to call this the turtle. I like to call him Henry the Turtle. Alright, so here we've got 2 of our 3 formations. On this side we've got a stalactite. We like to call this either the Halloween wolf or the upside down ice cream cone. Kind of looks like both. And then on this side we've got a stalagmite, and we call this one our Leaning Tower of Pisa. Now both of these we found broken off in the street bed near the Rocky Mountains, inactive. Decided they were too pretty to leave there or bring out of the caves, so we put them up here to show. Now like I said, they are inactive, so these are actually the only formations you're allowed to touch in the cave today. Before you do, I have to warn you, we cannot properly sanitize them without destroying the rock completely. But still, if you guys want to come up and touch them, you may. I'll be in the back waiting, also for if you have any questions. I'm gonna squeeze it right here.
Don't lick it, ma'am. I'm not
Oh, yeah, please do not lick the rocks. Alright, so the room we are in now is called the Bronze Room. It's told to be the prettiest room we have in the cave, and that's because of the background you see here. What happened was minerals got mixed into the water and calcite to make it very colorful. So any red you see is iron, yellow is sulfur, and gray is aluminum and salts. The green you see is moss, and the white is pure calcite. Now this is where Lester Howe would have his halfway points during his tours. His tours were a lot longer than ours. They were between 8 and 10 hours long per tour. So what they would do is sit on the bench looking thing here, eat their lunches, sometimes play games before going on with the rest of their tour. Stairs does get a bit slippery, so make sure you guys just watch your step. But you guys can follow me right up this way. One of the workers who was working on it wanted to make it a bit more romantic, so he found a sheet of calcite in the stream bed, carved it into a heart, and placed it right here on the floor. It is 6 inches thick calcite. He then put a light on underneath to show that it's very translucent. Since then, we've had 735 weddings, and then we had 2 other weddings by Lester Howe's daughters and their husbands, but that was at the bridal chamber at the original entrance of the cave. Now, we do have some superstitions about this heart, if any of you guys are superstitious. The first one being, if you are married and walk across with your loved one, you'll have a second honeymoon within the year. Second one being, if you are of the age to marry, walk across with your loved one, you'll be married within the year. And last one being, if you are under the age to marry, single, just kid, whatever, you can walk across and have luck for an entire year. Now you guys can do that now if you want. I'll be in the back waiting.
Asha, seriously, I cannot see anything. Let me see. Very sorry. Oh yeah, now I can see. Enna theriyukku Kumari?
I'm gonna say,
So I believe